Sabihin mo sa akin kung ikaw o kayo ang gumawa.
Mr. Chair,
Yun ang sinabi mo eh.
we did not submit the list to the President. Ang Presidente, Mr. Chair, hindi naman nakikialam sa listahan namin eh. But the President has given his list. Ang Mr. Meron tayong tinatawag, Mr. Chair, na I did. Yung
be careful about your statement.
Na PRRD list. Merong tinatawag na
list.
Meron dati yun, Mr.
Yes
Chair.
or no?
Meron Mr. That's human rights sa
You
amin.
were the Director General at that time. You're not talking about just Sibideya.
If yung
Please,
sa
please,
labas, sa buong
You
sa
are under
kabuuan,
oath.
Mr.
You
Chair,
are under oath. This might not be the court, but this is a committee hearing of Congress. You're under oath.
yes, Mr. Chair.
So tell us, you do not believe that there is any human rights violations during those times?
Out of PDEA,
there
Mr.
is
Chair,
none?
meron.
Meron
Pero
pala
sa
eh.
PDEA, Mr. Chair, walang human rights sa amin, Mr. Chair.
Nakakainis yung sagot ninyo kanina eh.
Wala naman, hindi naman yun lahat nasa listahan. It's just a household survey sa different places in the country. Now, ang PDEA po ay merong National Drug Information System which dates back nung NARCOM days pa. Yung mga part of that is NARCOM days pa, and then every year sinasala kung active pa ba o hindi. So during our time, every month may initial listahan, tapos meron ding ibinigay na listahan from other government agencies, kinonsolidate ng PDEA, and then we tried to re-evaluate kung nasa if this personality is still active or not. And then nung nag-start ang ating yung tinatawag ni Sir Bato na tukhang, actually it came from Barangay Drug Clearing Program, Mr. Chair. Yung tukhang is the first phase of the Barangay Drug Clearing Program. Para with the help of ang program talaga nito, Mr. Chair, is kasama natin ang barangay, kasama natin ang pulis.
Mr. Chair, I think the answer of the former DG Wilkins Villanueva is not appropriate for the question of this representation, Mr. Chair. I just wanted to know if there was an original list which was made as a basis for operation against high-value targets and pushers.
During the time of the former president.
Yes, because as
Meron,
of now,
sir.
there is another list being, shall we say, listed by PDEA coming from the barangays of this country, the information of which is validated by PDEA, and they come up with a list pursuant to a dangerous drugs board policy. So, are you trying to tell this representation that the drug list during the former administration is the same drug list that you're using now? Please answer my question.
No, Your Honor.
Oh. So there are two drug lists. Where is the first one? That's my question. Which was used by operatives when they encounter valuable targets involved in the illegal drug business. Di ba? If we go back to the different operations, congressman na kasi ako noon eh. Kaya alam ko. And alam ko rin na 8 yung big time na businessmen, Chinese businessmen involved. Nandun na sila sa kwan. Why? Because I was there when the case of then Secretary De Lima was heard in this Congress. I was part of that committee. Kaya nalaman ko yung mga impormasyon na ito. So huwag kayong magsinungaling.
Yes, Mr. Wilkins.
Mr.
Please.
Chair, isa lang yun. That's part yung listahan namin during the time of President Duterte is carried over ngayon as part of the National Drug Information System. Mawawala lang siya every month. Nagre-revalidate tayo ng drug personalities dahil meron tayong procedure para tanggalin ang drug personalities from that list.
Mr. Chair,
Wala ako.
may I ask the former Director General Villanueva, would it be proper for me to conclude that PIDEA during that time was the one who made the list and gave it to the President? Sabihin mo sa akin kung ikaw o kayo ang gumawa.
Mr. Chair, we did
Yun
not
ang sinabi mo eh.
we did not submit the list to the President. But we collaborate the list with the Philippine National Police.
You mean to tell me that the President doesn't have any list at all?
Ang Presidente, Mr. Chair, hindi naman nakikialam sa listahan namin eh. But the President has given his list. Ito yung tinatawag na
Could you please say that again? That the President has given his list? In other words, you're telling this committee that the President then had his own list.
ang Mr.
That
Meron
came from
tayong
your
tinatawag,
mouth,
Mr.
not
Chair,
from
na
mine.
I did yung
You
yung
be careful
dating
about your
tinatawag
statement.
na PRRD list. Merong
Merong
tinatawag
PRRD
na
list?
Meron dati yun, Mr.
Yes or
Chair.
no?
Eh. Meron Mr. That's
nasaan
what we
ngayon
call that's what now we call the IDID. Interagency Drug Information Drug Information Database. So yun yung coming from the different intelligence from the intelligence community, at iba rin yung original listahan na nasa PIDEA where we collaborate with the Philippine National Police and the local government unit. Yun naman po ang tinatawag nating National Drug Information System.
Well, let me ask, PIDEA and the Philippine National Police, saan nakuha ng ating dating Pangulo ang listahan? For example, like meron siyang listahan ng mga politiko na sinuspende, na nawawala. Saan nakuha po yung listahan niya? Di ba nakuha sa PIDEA o sa Philippine National Police?
It came from, Mr. Chair, it came from the different intelligence agencies in the country.
You mean to tell me that the former president has another intelligence agency?
Collaboration,
So that the former president has a secret intelligence agency, like the secret agreement he had with China.
we cannot answer that, Mr. Chair. But as far as we are concerned, yung listahan namin is coming from yung old list namin, at the same time coming from the newly identified drug personalities and collaborated by the different local government units in the barangay. So, inaano natin ito, i-validate natin ito. But meron ding binigay sa amin na interagency drug information database. Ito naman yung coming from the different intelligence units in the country na hindi naabot ng listahan ng PIDEA, kaya nakaiba siya. So that yung i-clear namin sa barangay, yung mga National Drug Information System, yun yung subject of tukhang na tinatawag ng Philippine National Police. Sa amin naman po is house visit ang tawag namin doon. So, initially, merong listahan. Massive ang initial response ng PNP at barangay. Ano nangyari? Nagulat ang barangay dahil hindi natin alam kung saan ilalagay yung mga sumurrender. Because the foundation for the tukhang was not really established yet. Hindi natin alam saan ba pupunta tong mga tinukhang, nag-surrender. Ano bang gagawin natin? We don't have the community-based drug rehabilitation program before. So, for 3 years, yun po yung inaasikaso ng PIDEA and Department of Health para magkaroon ng saysay yung mga sumurrender. Para sila naman ngayon ay makapagbago at maibalik sa mainstream ng ating society. Ito na po yung rehabilitation and reintegration program. Yung latter part na po ng barangay drug clearing program natin.
So lang maging malinaw, General, yung secret kanina, joke lang yun.
Wala po akong personality to answer that, Mr. Chair.
Anyway, ganito yan. No? I would like to tell the public who's even watching right now that we are for the elimination of drugs in this country. What we are not for is the human rights violations that are here. Hindi kami papayag na magkaroon po ng na mawala yung due process. We are not going to agree na yung nakalagay po sa ating saligang batas na magkaroon po dito ng due process ay mawala. Yun ang nasa atin. Sapagkat naniniwala po tayo, any suspect na nahuli po yan are presumed innocent until proven guilty by the courts. You see? Pero ang nangyayari dito, ito tanong ko, ito more than 6,000 na napatay, for example, nakarating ba sa korte yan? Nakarating po ba sa korte yan? Sino pwedeng sumagot niya? Attorney Conti, ikaw, yung pang more than 6,000 na napatay ng mga biktima, nakarating po ba sa korte yan?
Palagay ko po, iilan lang. Sa akin po, may 6 nga po kaming isinampang kaso sa Office of the Ombudsman. Isa lang ang nakatungtong ng korte. Kaya mahirap po talaga.
Revelation po yun. Pero bang ibang sasagot niyan? Chairperson CHR, meron ba kayong record niyan?
Check ko lang po yung aming record. So meron po kami based on our monitoring kasi wala naman po kaming prosecutorial function. So based on after the investigation, meron po kaming monitor na 18 cases filed in the regional trial courts, 42 cases filed in the Office of the Ombudsman. Sa prosecutor's office po, 42 cases din ang na-file. Then admin cases, 107 filed in the IAS of the Philippine National Police. Sa NAPOLCOM ay isa. Sa Ombudsman for admin cases, 47. So yun po yung aming records.
Out
Based
of
on
more
our
than
monitor.
6,000 victims.
Based on our numbers sa 3,900.
Okay. Do you believe, Secretary Guevara or Director General Abayalde, and any of you in the police force natin, that there were indeed human rights violations on the war against drugs during the time of the former president? Go ahead.
Palagay ko po ay wala naman tayong disagreement na meron po talagang mga insidente ng human rights violations. Hindi lamang po dun sa drug war, marami pa pong ibang insidente na kami po ay nag-imbestiga through the mechanism called Administrative Order Number 35 ng mga extrajudicial killings, torture, and forced disappearance, and other serious violations of the right to life, liberty, and security. Kaya yan naman po ay admitted. It's just too bad po na ang due process po for everyone will have to be observed. Meron po tayong mga inaakusahan sa husgado or kuminsan po ay doon pa lang sa DOJ ay nadidismiss na dahil po sa kakulangan din ng ebidensya. Kuminsan po ay ang mga testigo ay ayaw lumitaw and so forth and so on. Pero kung ang katanungan niyo po ay is it a fact na mayroong human rights violation na may kinalaman sa war on drugs, I think ang sagot ko po dyan ay meron. At yan po ay kailangan lamang nating i-establish by means of competent evidence. Case-to-case basis po. Hindi naman po lahat ng may namatay sa police operation ay masasabi na may violation ng human rights. This is subject to the defenses din po ng mga law enforcement agents concerned.
How about Director General Abayalde?
I think, Mr. Chair, this is the very essence of the conduct of the investigation today, no? Para po talaga ma-establish talaga kung sino yung dapat manugot. Kung sabi nga po ni Soldier kanina, kung talagang meron, kailangan po manugot kung sino talaga. And
But
that
do you
is the
believe that
essence
there
of
were
this
human rights
investigation.
violations?
So,
Do you believe that there were human rights violations in the past? Even during your
yes,
time
even
as
the past
General?
po. Yes, Mr. Chairman, even in the past. Hindi lang po nung panahon ni dating Presidente Duterte.
Yes.
Even in the past, there were alleged human rights violations.
But there
That's
were
why,
more human rights violations during the time of the former president because of the war on drugs.
yes, kailangan pong establish yan, Mr. Chairman. It's because, tama po yan, it's because during the time ni Presidente Duterte, it's what's only during his time na nag-concentrate po talaga siya sa anti-illegal drugs. No? Kaya po naging very, siguro, kapansin-pansin. No? Dahil nakafocus po yung halos lahat ng police operations on
General, you still have
anti-illegal
words.
drugs.
We have the committee hearing right now not to establish that there are human rights violations. But we have in Congress this committee hearing because it has already been established that there are human rights violations.
Yes, Mr. Chairman. At siguro po, it's also the purpose of this committee para mabigyan pa po ng mas malakas na tiwala yung ating mga naging biktima dito with our existing laws. Baka meron pa po tayong mabigay sa kanila na another para protection, para lalong lumakas po siguro yung loob nila para lumantad at lumabas, no? It's nakikita po kasi natin dito na maraming natatakot, especially so pag ang suspect nila ay pulis. So ito po ang titignan natin, how we can help them or how we can craft a law para mabigyan pa sila ng mas mas mabigat na proteksyon.
Ayan po, yung kayo po
No?
pong mga biktima, ang nagsalita po ay former Director General na.
It's because
maglabasan po kayo.
again, Mr. Chairman, marami po kasing existing naman ngayon na mga bodies that the people can complain. They file their complaints, no? Nandiyan po yung Napolcom, nandiyan po yung PLEB, nandiyan po yung IAS, and everything, no? Nandiyan po yan. Now, if kung hindi pa po sapat yan, then we can probably with the help of legislative bill, then probably magkaroon po ng confidence yung ating taong bayan diyan.
Well, that is the problem. So glad you mentioned that, Director General Albayalde. Napakarami nating mga agencies, no? But a very small portion only have been actually investigated. Nandiyan ang Napolcom, nandiyan ang Philippine National Police, nandiyan ang DOJ, nandiyan ang NBI, nandiyan ang PIDEA. Pero of only a very small portion have been actually investigated. Out of more than 6,000 victims, Director General.
Mr. Chairman, hindi po siguro a very little portion. Kaya po siguro nakikita natin na very little portion kasi konti lang po kasi yung nag-file ng kaso. If
Yeah.
para magkaroon po sila ng confidence, if sabi ko nga,
Attorney
magkaroon po
Conti.
silang additional protection, then tataas po yan. Most probably.
Challenge sa inyo yan.
Tataas po
Attorney
yan,
Conti.
Mr. Chairman.
Sa amin po, sa Congress, we'll do everything we can to reveal all of these human rights violations. Nandito kami. Upang talagang expose natin ang human rights violation. Hindi lamang kapulisan na gumawa nito. Kahit na mga private na mga tao. Hindi natin tinutukoy lamang ang ating kapulisan. Because I also fully support the Philippine National Police in their job.